What's good, y'all? I'm back. It's been a minute since I've worked out, and I really want to get back into working out again because right before my trip to Seattle, I got sick. And so, yeah, it was just a little difficult to be sick and still exercising. I took a little bit of a break. It took too long of a break. And now I must get back into exercising again because my head has been all over the place. Just as like, I get this almost like anxiety, like I just I can't sleep good. I can't be doing my job without having a bunch of just like stress, internal dialogue that needs to be checked. And so I'm gonna go exercise right now. It's about 7:25 California time or Pacific Standard Time, whatever. But yeah, I need to exercise. My little routine is to do like a 7-minute warm up. After I warm up for 7 minutes, then I stretch for about 10 minutes. After I stretch, I go straight into a circuit exercise where I do pull-ups, push-ups, squats, and sit-ups. So once I'm done doing 3 of those circuits, then I do like about half an hour of the bike just so I can get my cardio in and so I could look good and I could feel good. But I do it mainly just to take care of the mental, because yeah, I just feel like I'm going crazy if I don't do exercise. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go for a quick run around the block and then come back in, do my stretching, go straight into this exercise, and then hopefully it'll be done before work, or have a good enough amount of time before I go to work. I'll probably get to work at 9:15ish today. But yeah, I want to do this quick, baby wipe myself down, and then just go to work, and I'll come back home later and I'll take a shower just because I don't want to like go from super hot to super cold. My body does not do well with those fluctuations, and I will get sick again, and I don't want to do that. So I'll just baby wipe myself. I know it sounds a little grimy, but baby wipe myself down and then get back into it with the work. Today is it's going to be a busy day today. Today we do have the auction. So I'm gonna have to look to see if we can get any cars for the dealership, but other than that, we'll do a little bit of online business, and yeah. So that's what we have planned for today. And right now I'm kind of just stretching a little bit just to get comfortable with it. It's been like 3 weeks since I moved my body around, and look, like I look older, like significantly older. And I have acne too, because all the stress is building up in my body and it wants to get out. And usually, like, I don't have this much acne, but because I've just been eating like trash for one, and for two, I've been, giving myself too much of a break. But yeah, I do need to get back into it. And hopefully in like maybe a month, I can show you guys the difference in my skin and stuff. And you'll notice, like, I don't usually have this much acne, but yeah. So I'm making breakfast for 2 people, me and a +1 tomorrow morning. What I'm going to do is put some of these old-fashioned oats in each of these, put a little bit of cinnamon, and then top it off with some almond breeze. But because it doesn't have any sweetness in that milk, I'm going to add some of this raw, or not raw, but I guess it is raw honey. But this is honey that I'm going to put in here so that it tastes better, because this unsweetened almond milk is not the best for flavor. So let's start putting This is a tablespoon, so I'm gonna put like 7 tablespoons. Okay, now that that's done, I'm gonna put a little bit of this ground cinnamon. Not too much, but just enough for it to catch a little bit of flavor. This is what it looks like. Oh, it just spilled over, but let me see. I'll bring the camera over. There we go. Yeah, so about that much. And then what I'm gonna do is, now is the best time to add the honey, because if not, the liquid from the almond milk will not let it get to the bottom, or at least that's how I see it. It just doesn't get to the bottom all the way. So I'm gonna put like half a tablespoon, half of this, into each of these for flavor. Just gonna drizzle over the top. And this is what I've been eating for breakfast. What I've been doing lately is I have 4 weeks of breakfast, and it's like I'm meal prepping, but I meal prep it either the night before in this case, or the morning of, whenever I am making my meal. And I'm eating the same thing over and again, just to make it easier for myself, because if I'm always having to think of something new, or I'm wasting time cooking a bunch of different things, oftentimes I find myself wasting food. So I like doing it this way because I'm not wasting the food and I already know what I'm going to eat. But I do it for a week because in a week, you don't get sick of eating the same thing over and again. You get sick of eating the same thing over and again if you do it like every day for a month, or every day for like a significant amount of time where you're just like, oh, this is boring. But because I just do it for a week and then I switch it up and I try some other food for another week or the following week, then it doesn't become boring. I'm just alternating. And I can eat the same things over and again because it's like, oh, well, the last time I had this was a month ago. So it's like I'm eating something new again. And so that's how I see it. I'm basically meal prepping my breakfast right now. And it's good because this is what I call overnight oats. And it will sit in the refrigerator overnight. And in that time, it's basically like cooking or whatever, but it's not cooking. It's just settling. And by the time I wake up in the morning, it doesn't taste like it's like this, you know, like all dry. The oats will soak in the almond milk and it will absorb the flavor, or it will absorb the liquid, and it'll actually taste good when I wake up in the morning. But if I were to eat this right now, it would not taste good unless I heated it up. And then I'll put just enough like that. And I use these Talentini, I think that's what they're called, this ice cream brand. Talenti. I use the Talenti cups because it's like just enough to eat the whole thing and it'll have me full until lunchtime. So, and I don't shake it or anything, I just leave it like this and I let it sit in the refrigerator overnight. But these are, I'm just reusing it. I'm like recycling it from the ice cream that comes in here. This is like a popular gelato brand. Well, at least that's how I see it, because they sell them in a lot of grocery stores out here. But they are a little bit pricey. They're like $8 or something like that. And so I'm like, well, they use really good plastic for their packaging, so I'm just gonna reuse their packaging. And this is like a perfect amount for breakfast right here. So this is, I don't know how big this is, but it's like big enough for a breakfast. So that's why I use this. And yeah, I'll just put it in the refrigerator. I'll put this in the refrigerator. Yeah, so I'll leave it here until the morning, and then in the morning I'll have that for breakfast. And yeah, that's basically it. I have this for breakfast. Woohoo! And right now I just made my breakfast. It's like 9 o'clock right now. I'm gonna go to bed, wake up at like, I don't know, 5 or 6, and then we'll start eating breakfast and start my day after that. So, got a few things to do. I gotta get this haircut. I gotta get my haircut looking super long. I'm not entirely sure what style I'm gonna get today, but I'm thinking maybe like a high or a mid fade. And then I'll go home and I'll shave it down so it looks fresh. But I do have to run a couple of other errands. I do have to deposit some money into the bank and then go get the haircut, clean my room, clean my bathroom, organize myself a little bit better, and then plan my goals for the week. Plan my goals, you know. I have to plan for success if I want to be successful. So I'm going to do a little bit of that today, and then once I'm done doing that, before I know it, it will be tomorrow. That's pretty much going to take me all day today. So get my hair cut, do some exercise. I might go for a walk. I really enjoy walking. Oops. Yeah, so deposit some money in the bank, go get my hair cut. I'll probably show a little bit of that too, me getting my hair cut. I've been going to the same lady for like the last 6 or 7 years. And you know, the price for what it is, like, it hasn't gone up. So that's why I keep going there. And I mean, they do a good job. You know, I can't complain for the price. I'm just like, all right. And plus, I like going to hair salons better than barbers because that's just me. That's my style. That's how I've always done it. But yeah, clean my room, do a little bit of research. I'm going to go on a vacation. I will let you know where soon. I'm very excited. I'm going on another vacation. I know it sounds like I'm Mr. Vacation, but honestly, I haven't really gone on very many vacations in comparison to other people in these last couple of years. But you know, when they come up, they come up. And this time they did come up. And yeah, I don't want to share where I'm going, but I am going on another vacation. I'm pretty excited about it. It's somewhere outside of the United States. And what else do I have coming up? Next week, I'm excited to share what I have coming up for myself this coming week. Yeah, this week, because this is Sunday. So I'm gonna include everything that I shot up until today, and then next week will be Monday to Sunday. But yeah, pretty excited, pretty stoked to see what's coming before the new year ends. And yeah, it's just time to go get my hair cut. And I started, but the bathroom's a mess too. Got all this stuff to clean up. I'm gonna clean the toilet. And yeah, maybe the shower, who knows. But we got a few things to do today. The good thing is that we got my hair cut. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That is good. But we have a lot more to get done, so let's do it.
copy this.